Hi everybody, it's Jenna from Jenna's Stitches. I actually really like this camera angle. You can see all my yarn behind me. Look how pretty it all is. And if you didn't see it, I had put a picture of it on my community tab and asked if anybody would be interested in a yarn tour, and so many people had said yes. So I will probably start doing that this weekend. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it yet because there is a lot there. So I don't know if I'm gonna split it into different parts, maybe 4 different parts because there's 4 different shelves, or maybe 2, so maybe like top layer, bottom layer. I don't know, but that will be coming eventually. But today's video is going to be a little bit of happy mail and then the spring fling tag questions that have been going around. I was tagged by Brandee at Bee's Crafty Corner to do the tag, so that is what I'm gonna do. So welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I know I've gotten a few new subscribers since my last video, so welcome. I hope you enjoy everything, and if you are new and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. As always, I really appreciate that as well. So the first thing I'm going to show is the happy mail, and I got 2 different types of happy mail. I got one from a subscriber, and then I got one that I paid for, but I still want to show you guys. So I got some Valentines from a lovely subscriber of mine named Sarah. She sent me this cute little Valentines. It says, "You're sweeter than cupcakes," and then it says, "Happy Valentine's Day to Jenna from Sarah." There it is. And then this one, which is freaking adorable. I love Care Bears so much. I actually have a Care Bear somewhere. My mom got me for Christmas like 2 years ago, I think. Sorry, I dropped my stitch marker. Okay. So this one little envelope, it says Happy Valentine's Day on the back, came with an adorable little Care Bear sticker and then a cute little stitch marker that is a heart. So that was awesome. I really enjoyed getting that. Thank you so much, Sarah. I really appreciate it and I love it. And then the other happy mail, again, is something I purchased for myself, but it's from a fellow YouTuber, and I wanted to show everybody because she's awesome and I think she deserves recognition and for everybody to see this. So I ordered a my whole mind just went blank, a project pack from Tiffany at CMM Designs, as well as a stitch marker. So here is the project bag. I actually already have stuff in it. I'm making the wig for one of the dolls I'm making, so I have all the like little ringlets in here. But I chose the Harry Potter one because I love Harry Potter. I'm not like the biggest fan like some people where they can tell you every detail about the movies and the characters, but I do really enjoy it. I'm like a 1 through 5 type person. I really enjoy the first one, the second one, love the third one. I think it's my favorite. The 4th one's good, and then I really like the 5th one as well, and then 6 and 7, and technically 8 if you want to split the last movie in half. I don't really care for. I like the magicalness of the beginning ones, and then once it gets into the more serious stuff, I still like it. It's just not as much as I enjoyed the other ones, but I still love Harry Potter. So here is the really cool bag she made, and this I believe was a 9x9 bag. She does have 3 different options you can choose from on there. And then I got a cool little Harry Potter stitch marker too. So it says 9 3/4. There we go. Hogwarts Express, King's Cross Station, which is awesome as well. And I love these lever backs, I think they're called, stitch markers. They're my favorite, so that is really cool. And it's, oh, I just took the stitch marker off. A really nice bag. It's not lined or anything, but it is perfect. And like I said, I was making little ringlets for my doll's wigs, so those are in there. So it came perfect time because they were all just scattered across my desk, and I kept like hitting them as I was trying to do stuff, so I just was able to throw them all in my bag here. So there is that, and that leads me to the tag part. Actually, I'm going to put this stuff from Sarah in my project bag as well. So I'm going to take the stitch marker out to where all my stitch markers are. Okay, so the spring fling tag is 10 questions. I don't know who created it or where it originated. I've seen quite a few people make the video, but I haven't actually heard anybody say it. And that could be because I don't pay like full attention when watching videos, because I watch them while I'm working, so I'm paying more attention to what I'm doing at work rather than listening fully to what everybody's saying. So it's probably out there somewhere who created the tag, but I'm not sure who that is. But I know quite a few people have been tagged already. So yeah. The first question is, what do you like to do in spring that you can't do in other times of the year? And I would probably say walk. This past summer, I got really into walking the Erie Canal. It's right in my backyard. Actually, when it starts getting nicer out, I might make a little like montage video of my walk, because there's quite a few cool things that I pass on my walk. But literally, like right out my back door is the Erie Canal, and then if I go to the right a little bit, there's the walking trail that goes right along the canal. And the whole summer, or spring and summer of last year, I walked almost every day, and about 4 to 5 miles, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I kind of got sad when I couldn't do it anymore because it got cold fast. We had very weird weather this year. It was like mid 70s, and then all of a sudden it was like cold out. So it came really fast where I couldn't continue to walk anymore, and I miss it, and I want to get back out there and do it. My door just opened by itself. Pretty sure my cat did it, but I don't see her anywhere, so I don't know. But yes, I would love to be able to walk again, so I actually can't wait till spring gets here so I can do that again. I was going to try to today because we actually hit 63 degrees today, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. We can go out and go for a walk. But it was extremely windy out, so we didn't get to. And like I said, I want to kind of do a little montage just to show you some things that I see on my walk. But there's part of the path where I walk under a bridge, and a part where I go over a bridge, and then going around the other side, that same bridge that I walk under has a cool mural on the side of it that has like all these cool little landmarks from our town. And then if I keep going further down the path, there's actually a waterfall, and it's almost directly across from my house, just on the other side of the canal, and I never knew it was there until I started walking. Like, I knew our town had a waterfall, I just never knew where it was, but it's almost directly across from my house on the other side. So there's a bunch of really cool things I get to see while I do that, and it's just fun. Question number 2 is, what is your favorite spring flower? And I am not a flower person. I don't dislike them, I just don't really care for them either, especially to like give as gifts. Like, I enjoy getting flowers, but at the same time, it's like they're gonna die, so why waste money on something that's not gonna live too long? But flowers don't really like impress me too much, so I don't really think I have a favorite spring flower. I don't really know the seasons of flowers because of that. I do really like lilies, but I don't really know what season they are in, and lilacs probably, but again, I think they bloom more towards summer, but it could be spring. I'm not really sure. Question number 3, what's your favorite thing about spring? And I think just everything coming back to life. I live in Western New York. I've mentioned many times before, we have really cold winters, pretty bad snow usually. This year's been okay. We had a couple really bad snowstorms, but it hasn't lasted at all. But it's been pretty cold. Like, we had 3 or 4 days last week or the week before where it was in the negatives, just really cold, and everything's, gross looking. It's all gray outside. The sun doesn't come out. The snow is pretty when it falls, but then it gets dirty. No one really goes outside. And I mean, spring's not much different here. Usually our spring doesn't really happen, but I would say that's probably my favorite thing about spring is just everybody getting that like little bit of joy back into them, because everybody, you know, isn't as happy in winter. And I think that's like clinically proven that people get more depressed during winter. And then once it's spring, you know, that little joy starts coming back and people can start doing more stuff. Question number 4, what is the weather like in your area? And I just kind of said it, but our springs are very bipolar, I should say. One day it could be, you know, like today, I know it's not spring, it's still winter, but 63 degrees outside, and then tomorrow we're supposed to be in the low 30s. And that's pretty much like it is the entire spring season. It doesn't really have, you know, set weather. It could be the last day of spring and we could have a snowstorm. It's just the way it is. I would say like March and April are usually still pretty cold. Still get pretty significant snow. April it will be cold, but we don't really get much snow. And then usually in May it will start warming up a little bit, but it's not really even until the end of May, early June, where it's actually considered like warm. So our weather is all over the place in spring. Question number 5, when do you start your garden if you have one? And I do not. Never really had an interest in gardening, to be honest. I do collect succulents and I take care of those, but I wouldn't really consider that gardening because you don't really have to do anything with them, and they're all indoor plants. So I have a ton of them in my kitchen window. Most of them that I propagated and grew myself from babies, but I wouldn't really consider that gardening. Number 6, do you celebrate Easter? And in the religious sense of things, no. No offense to anybody who is religious. I have no problem with religion at all, but nobody in my family is religious. We've never really have been ever. Even grandparents that I know of have never practiced any type of religion. So that part of it, no. But and really, other than doing like Easter egg hunts with the kids, we don't really celebrate anything. We don't do like a sit down dinner with family or anything. Like usually I take my kids over to my parents' house and we do an egg hunt in their yard. Usually my best friend and her husband do something in their yard for the kids too, and that's about it. Number 7, do you knit or crochet anything special for spring? And I wouldn't say specifically, but I do notice that come spring I do make more summertime type projects. Like I will this year make hats because I'm trying to make one hat a week, but I won't make as many like hat and scarf sets. I won't make as many heavier blankets. I'll do lighter blankets. I do make a lot more like crochet tops, tank tops, bath sets, and things like that. So I do kind of change my ways when it comes to crocheting once it gets springtime. Number 8, what is your favorite spring color? And I don't know. My favorite color in general is that one right there, that lime green. I guess you could consider that a spring color because you know, grass kind of gets close to that color. I don't really think colors have seasons though. I mean, technically, you know, if you think a temperature blanket, you usually do like the cooler tone colors for winter, the warm tone colors for summer, and then kind of in the middle for spring. So I would say probably that color right there. Number 9, do you do spring cleaning? And I don't do spring cleaning in the sense of what people consider spring cleaning, like the, you know, tearing the whole house apart and cleaning from top to bottom and this and that. But I do tend to clean more during spring. I mean, I'm always cleaning. I have 2 children who I have to clean up after every day. I have to do dishes every day and things like that. But I do tend to do more of it when it gets nicer out. Like, I'll mop the floors more often. I'll, you know, pull out certain things and sweep and mop behind them that usually, you know, wouldn't be as often as in the winter. Like, I'll open the windows and it will just be a cleaning day. So I guess I kind of do, but not really anything special. And then the last question, question number 10, do you go anywhere for spring break? And no, I don't. I did when I was little. My mom is a teacher, so she always had the same breaks as we did when me and my brother were in school. And we would go visit my grandparents during what we consider Easter break. We've never really called it spring break up here. It's considered Easter break. But we would go visit my grandparents wherever they were living at the time. But now that I'm an adult, no, not really. Nothing specific, at least. I'm not going to say we won't travel anywhere for spring break, but it's not like we have a tradition of anything. So that was the last question, and that again is the spring fling tag. I'm not going to tag anybody specific. So many people have been tagged over the last few days. I don't know who has or who hasn't, and I don't know who's done it and who hasn't, and most of the people I would tag, Brandee tagged already, so I'm not going to tag anybody specific. But if you'd like to do it, definitely go ahead. If you have a channel, I would love to hear your answers. Tag me in the video or something so that I know that you did it and I can watch it, or subscribe to you if I'm not already. And if you don't have a channel, go ahead and put your answers down in the comments below. I'm gonna have them in my description box, so I would love to read everybody's answers to those. But that is what I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all tomorrow for week 3 of February's Things We're Making Thursday.